find the scales. I think I see it over there. It almost looks like there's a line to the scales. I think there is. I'm sure this bobtail's not wanting to scale, so I think we're gonna go around him. I mean, by all means, if you want to scale your bobtail, you know, go for it, but I am so glad we have a cat skill app. I just hope it works, because with this type of line, of course there is a ton of parking, but hey, this could avoid a complete stop, because apparently it's supposed to scale you right there, show it to you, and like give you a picture receipt, so you don't even have to go in, which is fine with me. I'd rather keep rolling today. So this is great. Okay guys, so I pulled up my cat skill app and it already pulled up the location. It has the cat skill number, Pilot Travel Centers, Fort Wayne, Indiana. It has the exit number, everything. So all I apparently have to do once I'm up here is hit the accept button, or if that location's not right for some reason, I can manually put a cat skill number in, but apparently it like automatically detects which cat skill you're at, which is completely awesome. If it is that easy, I'm gonna be ecstatic. Because I always hate I don't know about you guys, I always hate the process of having to like circle around, find a parking spot. Sometimes you have to actually back into a space. Here we got the fuel islands we can pull forward out, but yeah, and then you have to maybe scale 2 or 3 times and do that and find more parking. It's crazy, especially at night. Okay, so a little tip for you guys. After the truck leaves the scale, wait a few seconds, because it takes a few seconds for their computers to zero out the scale. Otherwise, it's going to give you a false weight. So right about now, we should be able to pull on. But always hesitate just a little bit after they get off the scale. That way you make sure the scale's zeroed out. Okay, let's try this. Location. It is, but I have the cat scale app. I've never used it before, so I was going to try it.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. How cool is that? That is awesome. Okay, so we're over by a little bit on the trailer, so we're going to have to adjust this. So I'm going to...
left onto West Coliseum Boulevard, Indiana 930.
Your printed ticket will be available for pickup at the fuel desk within an hour. Okay. Awesome. I really like this, guys. You don't have to yell at the box. There's no like loud yelling. It's just a simple, easy in and out. I like that. So we're about 100 and whatever it said over on our trailer axle, which is easy to fix.
Left onto West Coliseum Boulevard, Indiana 930.
Especially if we're only like 31,000 on our drives. Of course, the other thing you have to consider, guys, is we're at about a half tank of fuel. Fuel's gonna weigh, give or take, another 1,200 pounds on your drives. So when I go to adjust this,
left onto West Coliseum Boulevard, Indiana 930, in a quarter mile.
let me see. When I go to adjust this weight, I need to compensate for that, because once we get further west where the fuel's cheaper, I'm going to actually fill up the tank, because we can save 10 cents a gallon if we go west and fill the rest of the way. So that will add 1,200 pounds. So we need to compensate for that on our drives when I'm adjusting here. So let's see, where's our weight? Okay, so we're only 11.5 on our steers. We're about 32,000 on my drives. What I'm going to do, we're going to move the trailer axle 2 notches, I think. and then reweigh. I'm going to try to get it as close to 34,000, probably just under 34,000 on the trailer. That way we have room for fuel on the front end. Let's see if that's about right. Oh, we're going to be perfect. So we were aiming for this. You can see the old
Turn
marks.
left onto West Coliseum Boulevard.
I know.
9:30 in a
I know,
quarter mile.
GPS. Thank you. So what we're going to do, this is a different setup. I don't know if you guys have seen this. These are the newer air release setups. You pull it out. You grab your fingers behind there and pull it out. And that automatically releases the pins. And then from there, you just, do your thing, set your brakes and move forward or backwards to slide. Now that we're done to release those pins, we just push it in. And we'll drive forward. And from there, we'll come back and make sure these pins locked in. Yeah, this is a simple push pin setup. A lot easier than those big handled thingamabobbers. Yep. We are dead on. So that should have put more weight. See what I did? I moved these tires back to the rear to be able to put more weight on those drives. Our load is facing right about here, the heaviest portion. So with the tires more under that load, it put more weight on these. So we're wanting to put more of it towards the front. Just going to double check the other side, and then we'll use that awesome Catskill app. Yep, we are locked in. So the one thing I'm honestly not sure of is if we need a paper receipt, because I know my weight's accurate, but I don't know if the company needs a paper receipt or not. So basically, I don't know if the Catskill app keeps electronic receipt or not. I gotta figure this out, and then that'll determine whether we have to go in or not. It would be so cool if I could just reweigh, find out we're legal, and then hit the road. That would save so much time, because I'm telling you, sometimes it's like pulling teeth in a tiny truck stop to find a spot to even stop your truck so you can go in and get a receipt. And then if you have to do that 2 or 3 times, reweighing to get your weight right, you're screwed. All your time's blown. It would be so awesome just to pull in and pull out. Also, one of these times, I really want to find out what that reserved parking thing's all about. I know you can pay to have your space reserved or whatever, but I don't know how much it costs. If it's cheap, it might be worth it for a front door spot, especially late at night or something. Oh, that's cool. It saved all my information. It just says reweigh. Oh, that is perfect. Awesome. The reweigh was even easier because it saved your truck number and all that. You just had to put your load number in. It syncs to your COM data card, so, or COM data, however you want to say that. Data, fork, fart. Okay, let's see. If it gives me a digital receipt, I'm just going to scan that in because that's going to give them 2 digital receipts. Okay, so this is a PDF copy of your printed receipt. And we're at a half tank of fuel, so that means we got about 600 pounds of fuel on us. Yeah, 400. So if we add 800 pounds, that would bring me to 33.7 on my drives. So honestly, I think we're perfect. That leaves me just a little bit of room, and worst case scenario, we get, just under 12,000 on the steers. So no, that's a perfect weight. Okay, I don't like this traffic situation. Peoples. It's gonna be hard to get out of. I've got a never-ending flow of cars to my right and a never-ending flow of cars to my left. This is where they say patience is a virtue, which in the original Greek language means power. Means power, miraculous power. If you want to have miraculous power, have a little bit of patience. Why do I know these things? I study all kinds of ancient philosophy. It fascinates me.
Turn left onto Indiana 930.
See, I swear this thing's bipolar. It is now telling me to turn left at the light. So I'm glad we got in the link to do that. Because I'm looking at this thing. It's like a big old clover leaf. And once again, that's what I'm talking about with like truckers' GPS. It did that a couple times earlier. It switched my routes around last second when I was in the middle of a tiny little town that has only truck routes. And if I hadn't memorized the roads that I needed to look for and also paid attention to the signs, I would have ended up in a low clearance today. So had I, stuck my face in the GPS completely and freaked out when it was changing my routes, it could have been a bad deal. And so it's always best to know what's legal, know your routes, and use the GPS as a tool to see what streets are coming up and kind of, in general, where your turns are. I'm sorry, dude. I know I'm blocking you. This guy is like way over the curb. I know, I'm sorry. But hey, there ain't nowhere for me to go. That's okay. It's a crazy, crazy box truck anyway. You know how those crazy, crazy box trucks are. They're insane. They are crazy. Crazy. These are some tight turns in general. I do not want to curb our tire, though. It's not the end of the world. It happens, but there we go. Once again, a little patience helps. Really? Look at that. Crazy, crazy box truck. I'm telling you. They're crazy. They're crazy. Something is wrong with them. Give yourself plenty of space around a box truck. It's going to take them twice as much space to maneuver as a full-length semi is.
Make me work, make me sweat inside, make me feel like I'm alive. Take this hurt, lady, throw it in my face. Don't let these bones slow you down. 'Cause I'm coming on strong. Grass should have looked greener. I need a true believer in disguise. If I'm loving you wrong, short-changing and receiving, girl, you best believe me behind. 'Cause I'm over easy tonight. State the truth, spit it out, I'm waiting. Don't leave me contemplating my own life. Save the bullshit for another man or lover. Don't need a four-leaf clover to decide. 'Cause I'm coming on strong. The grass should have looked greener. I need a true believer in disguise. If I'm loving you wrong, short-changing and receiving,
She like completely leaned over, gave us a thumbs up, and then waved through her sunroof. I'm telling you, Pink gets so much attention. And it gets me excited because I like to see people smile. I like to see people laugh, you know. I want to make somebody's day. And being able to see that so many times every day over the road is just awesome. You know, you can just tell. That just made their day. A giant pink truck. The thing is, like earlier, there was a school bus earlier that had passed me. And I looked over and there were a bunch of maybe, you know, 5th, 6th graders on there, and they were like waving and smiling, a whole bunch of girls on, you know, my side of the bus, like facing me, and all of a sudden they just started doing the honk sign. So I waited for the bus to pass me, because you never know, like the bus driver may not see that, and if I go honking it could cause them, you know, to have a heart attack or something. So I let the bus get a little ahead of me first, and then kind of just tooted the air horn, you know, a little bit, so it doesn't startle anybody too much. But no, little things like that make my day. Because my thought is, you don't know what little girl may be sitting in there, see a giant pink truck and a woman driving. That may plant the thought for them to want to do that when they get older, you know, and maybe they didn't think that's something that is for women, and it is. You know, so many of us are out here and we love what we do. So little things like that just completely make my day. So, and it could change somebody's life. You never know.